KKK is trying to adopt a mile on Route 515. That's in Union County, Georgia. And if these white supremacists get their way, they will need reflectors instead of hoods because they'll be responsible for cleaning up litter on that stretch of the roads.
Those against this are like, look, this is a hate group that is looking to pick up new membership and rebrand itself. And if the state goes along with this, the state is complicit.
Look, if this were a private highway, then you could decide who you wanted to do business with. And you could say to them, I'm not going to buy your product. I'm not going to put your sign on my private highway. But because it's owned by the government can't make a decision based on its opinion of their opinions.
What the video you're seeing now is a similar case that happened in Missouri, in St. Louis, where the Ku Klux Klan there in Missouri was allowed to adopt a highway. Their First Amendment right was upheld.
So there's a precedent for this.
There is a precedent set.
Plus, the state of Missouri has already come out and said, wait a minute, we have anti-discrimination statutes, and this particular group actually promotes discrimination, so therefore we can't sanction it. We can't certainly have them up on the sign. So they really put up a valiant fight and said, hey, this actually violates federal law if we allow them to actually put up that sign. But I think the fallout is going to be a practical one. You put up that KKK sign. You think someone like me, I have a sign to clean up the highways. You think someone like me or another business owner is going to say, I'm going to put up the sign so they can see my sign before or after the KKK sign? They may have a fallout as a result of allowing to actually being forced to put up that sign.
Some very broad guidelines in the state of Georgia. I'm going to read you the line. Any civic-minded organization, business, individual, family, city, county, state, or federal agency is welcome to volunteer. They could change the guidelines, I suppose.
I suppose they could change the guidelines, but it would be very difficult for them to reject this organization on the basis of their First Amendment views, as hateful and reprehensible as those views are.
Respectfully, here are a couple of things. One, this group has a history of violence, has a history of violence throughout the decades. So there may be a difference that they can actually split hairs here and say this is something that we can deem it to be a public safety issue if we start promoting a group that has for decades promoted violence against people who are of color.
Well, they said this isn't a publicity stunt, and they don't hate anybody. They said if Latinos can be proud to be Latinos and blacks can be proud to be blacks, why is it so wrong that they want to be with their own group? They don't hate anybody, they said.